let me in, yeah.
Hey guys, what's going on, dudes? It is David here, and we are back with another video. Now, in this video, guys, we're going to be discussing something that I haven't actually really discussed and has been going on for the past couple of weeks, of course, with this whole virus thing going on. And I've been doing a lot of NFL content, but today we're going to switch it up. And today we're going to go back to the original content that I started doing, which was NASCAR. And NASCAR, we don't know when NASCAR is going to be back. We honestly don't know when NASCAR is going to be back. Now, from what I've heard, the rumors and seen everything, everybody talking about it, the rumors is right now NASCAR wants to return for the Coca-Cola 600 or the Martinsville race. Their May race was supposedly, but the person in charge in Virginia has said that the stay-home order is going to be until June. So that looks like it's not going to be happening, which means the next race after that, which would be the All-Star race may actually not happen, and then it would go to the Coca-Cola 600. So really, the Coca-Cola 600 would be the first race on the East Coast for NASCAR. Now, in terms of the races that have been replaced, NASCAR's been doing iRacing. They've been doing the iRacing Pro Invitational for the past couple of weeks. They just had, which race was it this past weekend? They just had Texas this past weekend. They had Homestead before. And these 2 weekends, it's been absolutely fantastic. I watched the Texas race, and it was really, really good. It looked realistic. That's what I'm just saying. And to the point where some people on ESPN, during a show on ESPN, they were talking about having, like a simulated NBA 2K tournament, and they were just talking about NASCAR, the way iRacing, it looks so real, how everything looks so good. And the thing is, that is just a simple point. Making simulated cars is much easier than making simulated basketball players. And yeah, with the basketball, you can see people talking rage, like going at each other. But NASCAR just looks a lot more realistic. But yeah, that's what NASCAR's been doing for the past 2 weeks. They're going to be doing something this weekend for Bristol. And I think the weekend after, what race is after Bristol? I actually have no idea. I want to say it's Talladega. And I mean, if it's Talladega, whoo, man, that Pro Invitational race is going to be very, very good. But in terms of NASCAR's postponed races so far, they've had Atlanta postponed, they've had Homestead, they've had Bristol, they've had Texas. They're going to have probably Talladega, Martinsville looks like it's going to be now. And NASCAR is proposing, now that the Olympics have been postponed for a year, they are going to run all of those races in between July and March, which means I've heard NASCAR is going to officially, possibly, well, not really officially, I can't say officially, possibly have 15 races between July and August. Can you imagine having NASCAR having 15 races in 2 months? Now, if NASCAR is able to pull this off, I give them full props, because 15 races in 2 months. NASCAR is just like, we are determined to finish this race schedule. We are determined to get all 36 races into there. Because if you guys remember, they've only had one race on the East Coast, and the rest have been on the West Coast. Daytona, then they had Las Vegas, Auto Club, Phoenix. Yeah, it's been a weird one. But if NASCAR actually does do this, that'll be absolutely amazing. I'm excited to see that, because that's gonna be a lot of NASCAR stuff that everybody's gonna be talking about for those 2 months. And going into the final race of what is supposed to be the regular season, which is Daytona, that is going to lead up to something spectacular. Now, NASCAR has already talked about they will have a doubleheader. Well, not really a doubleheader. The only doubleheader right now that I think that is officially announced is the one in Pocono that's in June. So that is officially, like, there's nothing moving on for right now with that thing. But IndyCar and NASCAR are both going to have a race on July 4th weekend. IndyCar is going to have their road course race, and then NASCAR is going to have the Brickyard 400, the Xfinity Series race, which is going to be on the road course. And then, yeah. So, in terms of this whole thing with the NASCAR races, I've been actually kind of sad, considering I was really excited to go see the Homestead race. I was possibly even going to go to the Homestead race, and now it's canceled. Man, this virus has ruined a lot of my plans for March, but in terms of NASCAR, the way NASCAR is going right now, in terms of iRacing and Fox Sports, thank you, Fox Sports, because so far this thing has been absolutely doing well. It's been doing really, really well, and I hope it continues now that we're in Bristol. I bet you this weekend's iRacing race, Pro Invitational race at Bristol, is going to be the best one out of all three so far. You know why? It's short track racing. And what do people love most in NASCAR? Short track racing. So, in terms of this whole thing, when it comes to NASCAR returning, the most likely date right now is undetermined because nobody really knows what's going to happen with this virus. I mean, the whole state of Florida is on a stay-at-home emergency, so I don't know what's going to go on with that. And I mean, we only have, technically two more Daytona races left to finish up. We got the second Daytona race, and then we got Homestead that we still have not even started. The second Daytona race, probably right now, seems like it's going to be a sure thing, but the Homestead race, I'm not even sure because Homestead doesn't really draw that many viewers. It's probably not even going to draw that many viewers, just considering it's not the last race of the official season. And I just want to end the video with this before I say goodbye to you guys. What happened to NASCAR? I'm not even saying this like NASCAR isn't a bad thing, but this is just funny to me. So IMS comes in and buys Phoenix. They rebuild Phoenix to where Phoenix is one of the most popular racetracks. It's got a good fan zone, and they get Phoenix the last race of the NASCAR season, and then they leave. And now it's just called Phoenix Raceway. And the people at Homestead are probably just like, you know what? You guys are probably wanting us back. Because they should have kept Homestead the final race. Phoenix was a good cutoff race because Phoenix is a short track. So having Phoenix as the last race is going to be kind of very unusual because when's the last time we've had a track? It's been a while since we haven't had Homestead as a final race. So people are not going to know what's going to happen. But in my honest opinion, it's going to be a very good championship race, but I don't think it's going to be as good as Homestead was. I think if next year comes about, they need to switch it. They need to switch it back. Homestead's the final race. Phoenix as the cutoff race. Because, in my honest opinion, that's the way it should have stayed. I know I'm from Florida. I'm probably being biased here. But a lot of people really loved Homestead. That's the finale race. And now that they moved it to March, that's kind of one of the weirder months because it's just really, really weird. If anything, I would probably put Homestead like around May or June, around there. So that'd be a perfect time. That way, kids are coming off of school and, they can attend that race in Homestead. So, yeah. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please just smash the like button. But anyway, guys, I will see you guys all later. Peace.